Hey guys, this is another sort of follow-up video. I was mostly trying to get these done before I got my order, just to give my experience of how the ordering processing went. My first video did not turn out so great. It rendered missing pretty much every frame in the entire thing. The audio came out okay, but I've also adjusted the audio to cancel out noise and stuff to hopefully make this better. But I'm just sort of following this up too because the first one was so bad, and I'm leaving it up because I sort of want proof of how bad things used to be. I'll take it down eventually if people complain, but I figured, why make it look like my channel was always perfect? My order is still on order created, as I talked about at the end of the last episode. I made my order on March 12th, and all the way up to the 21st or 22nd, I noticed the 22nd in the morning, it was just sitting on processing. It's finally up to order created, and it's still there today at the 25th, the time of the recording. It's supposed to be shipping the 26th when they sent me the letter, and it's nowhere near done. It hasn't moved from order created in the last 3 days, and it's still got parts selected, assembly, and supposedly their, reviews and quality assurance and everything is still happening. So I'm thinking it's going to be delayed, and I have not received any sort of email or anything mentioning that it was going to be delayed. So that's sort of disappointing. They don't seem to really communicate that great. I mean, if I called them, maybe I'd get some answers, but I still think it's annoying that, they notified me with the seller and everything that it was being shipped 26, and they said they would update me with any changes, but it's pretty much time to ship it, and either they're not telling me it's delayed, or they haven't bothered to update their website on the progress of the product. And sort of like what I mentioned before with the community page on the thing that nobody could see because the videos was down. The forums are pretty empty. I mean, no updates within a year in the general forum was pretty weird. Even with the section talking about how, people want to brag about their computers and stuff, people haven't done it. If you look in the general here, there's one that was in the end of 2017, but it's one post with one reply from the developer, and the next one down is 2016. I mean, that's weird. I mean, I've seen a lot of hole-in-the-wall places that have way more traffic than this. And you would think this sort of place would have quite a bit. I mean, once you get past all these pins, like I said before, here's 2017, a guy asking a question, the developer answering with a vague answer, then asking for more information, and the guy never followed up. And the next one down is 2016. I mean, that's pretty weird for a place that's still in business and been in business for a while. And I was sort of worried about my order after seeing stuff like this, but I went with it anyway. But so far, I'm not overly impressed with the customer interaction part. But, I went through this last time, but nobody could see it. But I'm just doing this again to prove to anybody that actually might look at my channel that hopefully my quality of videos are improving. And to further update you guys on what's not happening with my order, which is mainly being made. Unfortunately, my computer's pretty slow right now with this on OBS on high priority, so page changes seem to be pretty slow. I mean, my computer here is never the best. That's kind of why I'm upgrading. About a 5-year-old laptop. But if I look at my saved configurations, which is, something I talked about before, how this is a really nice feature and all, because there's a lot of choices that you want to look at to make your best computer and balance out price with stuff. But the end results, if you end up wanting to change these at all, you close it up and then you save it. When you go delete the older one, it just gets destroyed. And this is the one I mostly bought, $3,198, just under 3.2 is what I saved it as. And it has dual 1070s. This is the Neuron. Um, but like I said before, whenever you load up the page, it's rather frustrating that the save file always takes you to the very first step. What you pick is saved, but you have to hit this continue button on every single step to get back to wherever you were, or even the end if you want to buy it. You can't skip straight to step 2 or 3 or 4. And in my experience, step 3 technology is the big step that really defines your computer. And step 4 obviously has everything else. Step 4 I think is the one that has almost everything. Step 3 is just the mother or processor. But yeah, I mean, and if you don't change much, the prices aren't too bad. But yeah, this, like I was talking about before on the other one that nobody probably watched, you don't get a lot of information on this particular page. Almost every other step you have this learn more button that tells you a bit more details, but this one just gives you these and not much else. You can compare the L3 cache, the power draw, and the speed to a degree, but that's about it. You don't get the number of cores or anything like that, really. Again, it doesn't seem to matter too much because you can change it at any time, but it's one of those things where you're sort of pushed to look at another page if you want to, look it up on Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever your search engine of choice is to get more information off of another website. I mean, this place gives a little more than most in details, but you're still pretty vague, especially on this page. When you click like learn more on a thing that actually has multiple choices, you don't get a lot of choices or a lot of details, to compare. I mean, it has a compare function, but you don't get a lot of details. Like if you click on case fans, the standard case fan has absolutely no details. It just says this is a standard fan. You get details on the advanced fan about how much airflow it gets and noise level and all that, but you don't get to compare what the difference is. I mean, obviously this one's better and more expensive and all that good stuff, but you don't get any details of this, but they still offer you a chance to compare. Even on something else like the power supply, you hit learn more. Sorry, it's taking a little bit to load. Hopefully this whole turns out right. But yeah, here you get, just maximum power and energy certified. This one says dimensions, but this one does not tell you the dimensions. Energy efficient, gold plus certified stuff is nice information, but that's about all you get. So it's sort of weird that you don't always get comparable stats, especially in some things where you won't even get the difference of number of pin slots or anything. Like I remember on the motherboard ones, I don't think they even told you how many slots for RAM chips they had. But unfortunately you have to go all the way back to top to close these. And mine's a bit slow because like I said, all the things go on the OBS. It's also weird being on 720. My screen is huge and half of the boxes don't all fit on there sometimes. But yeah, so just gonna scroll through this sort of slowly to show you guys what nobody could see in my last video of most of my choices. I went sort of big on the motherboard and the video cards. Sort of conservative on the graphics card, the RAM chips and stuff. I have options to expand, but I only took 16 gigabytes for now. I got the sealed coolant system because I don't want to bother to maintain it, flush it, or refill it. And the sealed one's supposed to be maintenance free. We'll see how that really works out. Got the SSD for the Windows, operating system drive. Then I got the 2 terabyte for extra storage. I'll probably need more eventually, but I was trying to save a little money. The price is a little different than the last time when I hit buy, as you saw on the other pages. I don't know if some prices slightly shifted. in general, the prices seem to be pretty accurate to, the ongoing retail price or what you can get from Amazon. It's not overinflated. It's not super cheap. But like if you find something here like the external DVD drives or whatever, and you compare it, you can buy it pretty much the same price as you would anywhere else. So you're not spending more. And you don't pay taxes. At least during March and February when I was looking, they gave free shipping on gaming computers, so you don't pay shipping. So the price you end up with at this little thing right here is the price you're going to pay. You're not going to pay an extra $300 or $400 in taxes, which is the big problem with expensive products like this. And you're not going to be paying shipping. I got the external optical drive, just like I said last time, because, it's a good way to back up data. Thumbsticks and stuff are expensive. And if you want to save something, it's a good thing to do. This crate shipping thing, like I talked about last time, if anybody actually watched it, is really awesome. You get an actual wooden crate, and it really protects your stuff really well. It's, again, been free both months I was checking out computers. Once I looked at like a professional PC and it wasn't free, and it was like $50 to upgrade that, so that might suck. But it's free for gaming PCs, at least last couple months I looked, so that's awesome. And the warranty, like I said before, I got the $99 for the extended 1-year shipping warranty. Because, I always find that if anything goes wrong, it's within the first year of the computer usually. I mean, at least anything that'd be covered by warranty. And if you don't have the extended shipping warranty, it can be pretty expensive to ship. This thing was 80 pounds when they told me the shipping. And it would have been like $100 or $80 or $90 or whatever to ship one way, let alone there and back for repairs. So you're definitely saving money if you ever think something might possibly go wrong. And in technology these days, there's always a lemon part somewhere. They do actually cover you up to 45 days by default for free for return shippings if something's broken. I mean, that's better than most places. I mean, if you go to like Target or Staples or anything, most of them have like a 14-day or less return policy for high-end electronic items like computers. So that's way better than most places. But I'd still suggest that if you're going to spend more than $2,000 on a computer to get at least the 1-year warranty, and then all these other options. But if you go to this last page, you'll get the final prices and get ready to go to shipping. This last page is just mostly junk. T-shirts and hats and whatever you get for free, like a mouse pad or whatever. It also offers the monitors and the mice and keyboard and everything else you might need to finish off a computer. They're no different than, like I said, Amazon or anywhere else, so don't feel pressured to get these right now if you don't want to. They significantly will add to the price of your computer. You want a mouse and a keyboard, a really good one, you can get them here, I guess, but otherwise I'd probably wait and get it elsewhere. But yeah, it's nothing really fancy, and hopefully this video turns out a little better than the last one. All the little shorter videos I tried out, up to 5 minutes, weren't losing too many frames, so I'm hoping this one turns out okay. Bye. Thank you, and please subscribe.